Hey, you got excuses. Look how I do shit, biggest retribution. Know that they clueless. I know that they watching, follow my movements. I just be coolin', aim for the stars. I just be shooting, lot of maneuvering. Snakes on my skull, I feel like Medusa.
Yo, welcome to another episode of Friday Night Lights. It's your host 953, and I'm here with our fresh guest of the week. His name is Lavell Streets. Bro, how you doing, man?
Man, what's the deal? I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Doing good.
Hey, I'm glad you shook my hand, man. Nowadays, these people is like, oh shit, not the handshake, not the handshake. The elbows are bowing down, man. I'm glad you just did that.
I see one of them, they went with the feet. I was like,
with the feet?
That's it's like, but I'm like, that's extra. But
Yeah, they got everybody paranoid nowadays.
Paranoid, man. And you know what? My one of my homies actually said, what if we do like the Japanese or and the Asians do, where they just bow down? I'm like, that's probably cool because it's respect and it's like a salute, like salutation, right?
Just the bow.
Yeah, the bow. I'm like, damn, we might just have to be like the Japanese.
I'm just going like that. I'm a salute.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. But we definitely want to thank you for, giving us some of your time, man, and getting some of our fans and your fans a little bit more of exposure into you, your identity, what you're about, your music, your life. It's always important as a fan to get to know, the person that they listen to and a little bit more about them and gives them that insight. Makes them feel like insiders,
Mm-hmm.
So, you're from Long Beach, right?
No, I'm not from Long Beach.
You're not from Long Beach, okay.
But I be in Long Beach real heavily, but I'm not from Long Beach. Though.
Now, where did you grow up at?
I grew up in like multiple cities, honestly. I claim and rep Bellflower because that's where like I grew up the most, I want to say.
Gotcha.
So Bellflower, but started off, if we want to go all the way back, y'all want to know about me. I grew up, my younger years, I was staying out in LA off it was 50th and Western. I was living out there for a few.
The west side.
Then from there, moved to Paramount, and then from Paramount to Bellflower, to Long Beach, and then back to Bellflower, then Long Beach again, and I'm back in Long Beach again.
Wow, man, you moved around quite a bit, man.
Yeah, man.
How was that experience as a kid, seeing all those different cities and having to change it up every so often? Was that like a challenge? How did you take that?
Yeah, it was definitely a challenge because, and I probably didn't look at it like that growing up. I'm just like growing up and people they showing love. Okay. But I know growing up in LA, like I was as a younger kid, I was fighting and shit. And then when I moved out to here, it was a slower pace. You feel me? Not out here as far as Long Beach, but in Bellflower, Paramount, and then I didn't really know people like that. So you just kind of lose that contact. And I remember staying out here in Bellflower, and then I was going back and forth to LA a lot heavily because I was hanging with my cousin. We was doing music and everything.
They was in LA and you was out here with it.
Yeah, so I would on the weekends go out there. Sometimes during the week go out there, and I remember like I'll never forget. It was a semi-culture shock because I went around the homies over there and we was shooting dice.
Oh shit.
And shit was so fast, like they hustling me, all type of shit, but I'm just like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting hit for all my money, and then later I thought back, I was like, man, they ass was like they was just ahead of the curve. I didn't, I wasn't really on that type of shit.
Straight up hustled you, man. That shit happened, man. So, what was up with all those fights, though? What caused you to get into so many fights growing up?
It was just, and really in my younger years, as far as like actually like a kid, it was the older people around there. They was, I want to say, provoking me to do it, and that was my initiation to hanging with them. Like, oh, he cool, he know how to fight, you out. But I was just fighting other little kids and shit.
Oh shit!
You feel me? So it wasn't nothing big, but they was just kind of provoking me to do something.
Did you ever like take any martial arts class growing up? I remember like I grew up in Watts, right? And they would have this after school program. It was called Jeopardy. I don't know if any of y'all remember that Jeopardy. Man, that shit's old school. But it was the shit. Like you get this free like kung fu and karate. Did you ever take up anything like that?
Yeah, when I moved out here, when I was staying in Bellflower, I went to I was lit off of Ninja Turtles, so my mom, she probably seen the vision like, well, let me put him in something.
That's
and
cool.
I took a jujitsu class. It was off Artesia and Woodruff, I want to say. I'm not sure if that's the main cross street, but it was off of Artesia, and I would go there, and the what is it, the Sensei Master or whatever?
Yeah, seafood. They got seafood sensei, different names for them.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the actual term, but the person who was running it, you know, he took a lot of liking to me. Like, he seen I was real skillful. I caught on quickly. Not gassing, no cap, not gassing myself up.
Call it how it is.
Yeah, but he was really like putting me under his wing. He was like, man, you move quick. You picking up the techniques real good. Like, I was just picking up the skill, you know, real quickly.
Yeah, you were like a natural in that shit.
Yeah, I would say it's like a natural. You know, but that was probably the only actual karate class I ever took.
Oh shit.
For those who don't know, that's actually probably my first time telling somebody.
There you go. Friday Night Lights, you get those deets you don't usually get to hear.
Yeah.
But so growing up, you're going through all these changes and things. How did your love for music, or when did that begin? Like, when did you fall in love with this thing called music?
I fell in love with music. I was going to school out here. It's called Ramona Elementary, and
Okay, yeah.
I remember being in this talent show, and I rewrote Biggie verse, and I just put it. I wrote it like he wrote it, but like the last couple bars, the ones I do remember, because it was like the crowd, they kind of went. They just was lit after
Oh
it.
shit, okay.
And I was hella young. I was like, I'll see some ladies tonight that should be making my grave, and it was like, oh, you know, they thought that was funny.
I love that, yeah.
And, they just went lit. So from there, it was like, okay, I like music.
There it is. There go my phone.
And I remember my cousin. He was my older cousin. Actually, I was in a group with him not too long ago. He used to have all the CDs. Different music and albums and stuff. And I didn't know this. He reminded me like, man, he used to steal my CDs, listen to all my stuff.
This was still elementary.
Yeah, this was still elementary. Yeah. So I didn't even realize I was doing that. Like, I still don't even kind of remember. I just remember he had an Eminem CD with like a broken pill on some shit. That's the visual I remember.
Yeah.
But that was forming my love for it. Then battle rap came out. Then I got enticed with all of that. I would go back to LA, me and my cousin, and I was like, oh shit. When I found out he rapped, it was on.
Okay.
And he was messing with a bunch of people older than him that was actually into music, going to actual studios such as this. And I remember rapping for one of the dudes, and he was like, yeah, man, you know, you nice, but you know, when you go in, you gotta bite their heads off.
Damn.
Man. And I still remember that shit.
Well, what age was that like?
I was like, I want to say, might have been 15 or 14.
Okay. Yeah.
And because I always had like clever punchlines, but I didn't have that feeling behind it, that delivery. And he was like, you gotta deliver that when you say that. And I was like, all right. And then after that, it was that whole summer, I had my notebook, I would write every single day, like taking it seriously.
Damn, that's what's up. Yeah, I mean, just music in general is so much about delivery, and that's what, you know, the younger generation, and obviously you were still a youngster at that point, and it's one of the things that they got to get in their head is that delivery, just leave it all out there. You know, like an athlete would leave it all in the field, leave it all in the booth, man. That's Don't hold back. There's no use for it. You don't get that time back. So what are some of your musical inspirations in rap? Like, who are the acts that you look up to or idols that you might have?
One of them was, growing up, I would listen to, I had three. It was Jadakiss, Fabulous, and Lloyd Banks all at once. And
damn.
Every time I listened to them, I was like, damn, I don't know who's better. You feel me? I'll literally go off the verse. Like, all right, he has the best verse of this time, so he's better than all of them.
Yeah.
And then the next person, Jada, he'll drop something sick. I'm like, okay, Jada, he better than them now. So it'll go. Those was like my inspirations. When I started really getting into music, though, I was smoking. This was probably like my first time really smoking. And I got super high. And my same cousin,
Man, we all remember that.
my same cousin that I got his CDs from, I was with him, and he had an iPad, or not an iPad. He had a what's that?
iPod.
The iPod.
People don't even remember iPods no more. That's crazy right there.
He had an iPod, all of the like classic hip hop albums, and the first one I listened to, I was faded as fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm just on the couch, like, it was late too. I'm on the couch chilling, up to his iPod, and I listened to Stillmatic. And that was like my entryway into like actually knowing how to form out, or really listening to an album for what it is versus like a sample or a single type shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And when did you first like hit a studio? Like when you first got into a booth, got to recording some material?
What grade was I in?
Oh, it's still grade school, huh?
Yeah, I was in the 9th grade. My boy T-Dot, however old I was in the 9th grade.
Yeah.
My boy T-Dot, he had Cakewalk. He had Cakewalk and
Damn, Cakewalk.
Yeah, if y'all don't know, it's a
go
music
way
program. Like, it's like the
2000s, man. Like,
it's like the Pro Tools of that day, I want to say.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He had Cakewalk and a little mic, so we would go over his house and record there.
That's when pop-up studios was starting, man. When people had the ability to now record at home, don't have to go to a professional studio and pay big money. I remember those days.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I think that was probably the first time I actually recorded in the studio, just catching that early wave. And at the time, we didn't even know how to punch in or nothing, so everybody had to know they verse. And you have to spit that shit straight through. You feel me? Just
if you fuck up, you gotta start all the way over.
For real. If one person fucked up on the second verse, we gotta start the whole song over.
Damn.
Third verse, if you didn't.
So you wasn't even tracking it like separate tracks per verse.
We didn't know how to do it.
So that was like an 8-track kind of recording type.
It was. I want to say, think of it as. When you recording, it's that one wave file.
Yeah, that's like 8-track.
Oh, it's 8-track?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was
the
that.
old school shit, like the tapes.
Man, you going? Yeah,
that's
how they did it back. I didn't.
Yeah, that's how they did it back then. Yeah,
8 tracks.
They recorded with all that shit, but
they had to one take it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how our form of 8-track. We was what's it called?
8-track.
Yeah, our form of 8-track.
I mean, that's what I call. I mean, that's probably what it's called, but I know it's like the tape shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
one track.
Like
I mean, I would say the one track or a one-track mind type shit. Yeah. But that's. I mean. What's beneficial about that in the sense is that you get to perfect your skill.
Right.
You get forced to perfect your skill. Ain't no other choice. Like
we had no choice but to learn the verse.
Yeah, I know nowadays kids that learn like 4 bars and then they punch me in on the next 4 and punch me in on the next 4.
I just tried that like not too long ago because they were like, man, I freestyle, I don't write nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? And I went home. And I was like, let me try this freestyle. And it took me an hour to do it, but I did it. I was like, oh, okay, I see. This shit it's easy to do it that way, but I still like writing it.
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to make it in the music industry, you gotta know how to write music.
Mm-hmm.
That's the artists that make it. For any youngsters that really know, I got a music business degree from Musicians Institute in Hollywood.
Nice.
And
congrats, too.
Huh?
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks, brother. Yeah, that was great, man. Made a lot of great connections, and one of the things that we obviously learned was that you gotta learn how to write your bars, your things, and that's why a lot of it's rare, very rare for freestyle artists to make it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably nowadays things are probably a little bit different, but on record, you gotta have authors. There's an author to every song, and in hits, there's multiple authors to a song. Mm-hmm. So if you really want to create a hit, you gotta actually co-author some shit with different minds and different perspectives. But yeah, man, that's fucking dope that you have that trajectory already. So how many years would you say you've been fucking doing this shit for?
I like to tell everybody I got my 100,000 plus hours in. You feel
Okay,
me?
yeah. Because they say what, like 10,000 hours to perfect the skill.
Yeah.
Hey, Three Beers saying you lying. He said I taught him how to hip hop.
You said that?
3 beers?
3 Beers.
3 beers. Oh, what up?
You said I taught. That's cool, man. You got some of your peoples tuning in, and cool, man. So going forward, what are some of the things like or projects that you got going on right now that maybe you could tell the people listening in regards to your music?
Right now, I'm working on. I want to say we can say that. Right now, I'm working on 3 different projects. I just wrapped up my freestyle project I was doing, which is duct tape. I'm just taking all these instrumentals. For those who don't know instrumentals, just taking other people's beats and rapping over them. That's the first project I'm releasing, which is the duct tape. After that, I dropped a few vids and shit for that. After that, I'm releasing the Ducked Off project, which is all of it is original and it's mixed up with like a bunch of features and different stuff like that. And the last tape, I'm undecided on the name, but it's still part of the Duck Off series.
Oh shit, it's 3 you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that one is geared towards just what I have going on personally, one of those type of projects. And I'm working with my boy B Chords. He producing the whole thing. So after those 2 projects, I'm just honing in and like you were saying, like those type of hit records, you have different people working on stuff. So
yeah.
I've never really took that type of input for as like, yo, what this sound like? And now I usually like, nah, this mine. It's stay like this.
And that's a pride thing, you know, because as a creator, you're like, that's my baby. Like, no, my baby, you know. But sometimes you do gotta learn to like ease off of that if you really want to create something that's worth more. Right. Because when you unite with more people, it becomes more valuable. So that's fucking dope that you mentioned that. And what is Duck, man? Because you know, I noticed that you also have the Mighty Duck Tour. Right. So I'm seeing Duck in these different words. Like, what does that mean to you, or just in general?
Duck is basically, say for instance, you'll have somebody hitting you up, like you about to do this interview, right? Somebody hits you up, yo, let's go out, let's do this, that, and the third. Let's just go have a good time, which is nothing wrong with going out having a good time, but you also have business to take care of. So sometimes you have to duck off from all of the partying and fun shit and take care of your business. So that's what the whole duck thing is. It's like, we ducked off, like right now we working. That's ducked.
Yeah, we doing something that, I mean, if you have to be dedicated for. Right. Because you could have easily been, is it on the weekday? Because I go out Friday night, so I got this date, or I got this, you know, the homies want to kick it type shit. But that's why many fail. You know, the majority will fail because they can't do that shit, Duck. I like that, man. That's
can't duck off.
Nah, man, that's cool. So what's your drive right now? What's driving?
That's a good question.
Yeah, what's driving Lavell streets right now?
Man, it's simple, but it's like I want to be in that position to where, and that's just one of the goals, but just be in that position where I can create music 24/7 whenever I want, and that's it. And I feel like being able to create that, I can create other opportunities for other people and just really, you know, it's just endless ideas, you feel me? But I feel like this is the foundation. I just want to prove to myself I can really make this happen, you feel me?
Yeah, so basically is create music, which is what you love, and get paid for it. Make that your career.
Right.
And if your music could accomplish one thing in the world, what would that one thing be that you want your music to accomplish in the world?
That's a good question. I wanted it to accomplish one thing. One thing I wanted to accomplish is to just, you know, to know I was able to put out a great piece of work that just, it's on those, it's one of them. Damn, that's a good question. Cause I'm like,
thanks, bro.
I'm like,
Yeah, because I always liked, you know, to get like what would they like to accomplish with their music.
honestly, just to be like one of the great projects and just one of the great authors or artists of this time, you know. And I feel everything else after that, you know, I'm gonna be able to just open the floodgates on whatever idea I have, whether it is helping people or whether I just want to take a trip somewhere, you know. Just all of that window just open, you know.
Gotcha. And what would you say are some of the things that challenge you to do this? Like, what are your major challenges when it comes to accomplishing this right here that you speak of?
Really balancing the everyday life.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you know.
That's a good answer to that question.
Yeah.
Because people don't understand balance sometimes, man. They want to do more of this and less of this, or more of that and less of that. But balance is fucking, it's hard. It's not easy.
It's like you have your regular, you know, you have your life as far as your personal life, and then you got the stuff you do in music. You know, you got things you want to learn in music that you may take time from. You might want to write like me. I would want to write all the time. I want to listen to dope beats all the time. At the same time, it's like, all right, well, I want to make sure my business is secured, and I want to know as much as possible where, you know, if I'm going into any type of meeting, I know how to read the contract. I know what.
That's very important.
I know, yeah, exactly.
Don't sign anything just because they give it to you, guys. Man, there's so much shit in the fine print. Take your time to read that shit. You might be signing 3/5 of your shit and not even know it just to get that first check. Nah, it's not worth it.
Right, and it's getting so trickier now where you could sign up for one of these internet platforms, and you think you just putting your music on their platform just to expand your audience, but you know you're actually signing away like some of your rights.
Some of your rights.
Just
big fucking point right there.
You know, it's you never know what their website holds in their contracts or their private privacy policy. Yeah, big time, man. And is there other music forms or types or genres that you listen to get other inspiration? Maybe sometimes to draw away from the hip hop and the rap, or is it just like straight hip hop all the time, no matter what? Nah, I listen to a lot of R&B, like especially kind of the new R&B, because they kind of rap now, but they be singing and shit.
Right.
That I might listen to some jazz too. Like a lot of jazz, and I'm not familiar with the artist yet, but I'll just let it play on like YouTube or something. I'll even let some classical shit just run through, just to switch it up a little bit to clean my music palette. You feel me?
That's dope. That's a great way to explain it. And mostly all the greats always say they draw inspiration from other fucking music genres, because what could work in one genre, if you fuck around and reverse engineer it to your genre, you might have yourself a fucking hit. And sometimes people don't see that, but man, that shit could fucking work, and it's worked multiple times. So that's dope, man. Hey, check. If you could have, let me ask you, if you could have dinner or lunch, whatever, with any fucking legend, living or dead, who would you want to have lunch or dinner with?
He said, living or dead.
Living or dead.
Legend?
Yeah, but 2-hour lunch with him.
Man, living or dead. when you said living, I'll say this.
All right, let me give you two. Let's split the question then.
Somebody else talked in my head when you said dead. I was like,
yeah. All right, one person living and one person dead.
One person living, one person dead.
On different days, or not at the same time, or maybe at the same time. I don't know. That'd be
Dang, I'm
crazy.
torn between the two that's living. So the one that is currently transitioned, I'll say Tupac for sure. I want to chop game with him.
Hey man, pass me a beer. I gotta pop a new beer for this one.
You know, I want to, and I would just want to listen to what he got to say. Like, and hopefully I ask the right question.
At some point.
I just want to ask him the right question so I can get the right information and probably elevate me to another level I wouldn't even know. So that would be one that's gone that I would want to have dinner with.
Cheers on that, bro.
Yes, sir.
Shit, Pac, man. That's my guy.
Yeah.
And then living.
Living, yeah, I'm torn between the two because one is from the east and one is from the west coast.
Damn,
And
we gonna have problems here. People is shit. We about to have a problem.
One, you still can listen to their new music, like as I would say the youth. Well, let me not say that. Damn, I'm torn between the two.
Flip a coin. You got a coin.
Dang. I'm gonna say
Only one, bro. Only one.
Damn. The
other one gonna feel betrayed on this one.
It gotta be. It's like I got two answers. I don't. Should I say both the names or just say one of the names?
Say one of the names that you want to have lunch and say who the other one was.
So they can feel jealous.
Yeah, because they gonna see this when you blow up. They gonna see this, bro.
Man, I gotta say.
But they gonna like the fact that you had them both in mind, so it doesn't matter.
All right, hold on, cause I got this interview coming. It's giving me a little buying time.
That was smart, y'all see that?
Change this.
Anytime y'all in an interview and want to buy some time, the way he just did.
Change the song right there. So, man, see one they just I ain't gonna give y'all that info. One just. Hey, that's hard. All right. Gotta say. Gotta say Cube. I gotta say Cube.
Cube.
Yeah, I want to chop game with Cube.
Yeah.
Cause I had to really think, and I'm like, Cube been in the game since he been in the game for a minute. My other choice was Jay-Z.
Ooh, okay.
But Jay-Z, he been in the game too.
Fuck yeah.
But I don't know. It's just like
You made the right choice, man. That's
like,
my personal opinion.
Cube, he been in different groups. I mean, Jay, he owned different groups and stuff. But I think it's just different. He was in a group. He wrote for the whole damn squad. He did a lot. You feel me? Not to say Jay didn't, but it was just a hard choice.
Yeah.
I just like with Cube, he was,
Yeah. Man, good shit, bro. Cheers on that too, man. Cheers on that.
Yeah, man. Cube.
That's cool, man.
Holla at me.
Yeah, Cube going, man. You that's gonna happen. God forbid anything wild happen like what happened to Kobe. Rest in peace, Kobe and Gigi and 7 people. But yo, man, I got the stack right here.
Okay.
The stack. It's some wild questions, man. It's called the Deck of Destiny. I'm gonna have you choose a few cards. We're gonna do a few cards. Just pick one, bro. And don't look at it. Pass it to me.
I'm gonna go with the green.
Green. All right. Oh shit. All right. You know what? This is how it's gonna go. This is an activity card. Guess 3 things that you and Q might have in common.
Okay, we both like writing.
Fuck yeah.
We both like filming. I film too as well.
Oh shit. Okay. Hold on. You film? What kind of films do you do, bro?
Recently I've been shooting, or me and my boy, we've been filming my all my freestyle videos. So he'll film, I'll edit them, or sometimes I'll film because I'll want to get the B-roll stuff. Like, yo, let me just get the B-roll. For me. So
yeah,
that music videos, short docs, short move. My last project that I had, which is titled Under Pressure. I shot a short film on it, you know.
Oh, so it's the EP and film.
Yeah, short film. Yeah.
Oh, short film. Damn, that's what's up.
Short film, same thing.
Yeah, multi-talented, man. And then the third thing.
We're from the West Coast, baby.
Hey, keep it simple. I like that, man. That's cool. Let's bring it back. Let me get you choose another one.
Blue, true blue.
Yeah. All right. If you could wake up tomorrow and have any new talent, what would it be?
Playing the piano.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So you would like to know? You don't know any right now, or?
Nah, I don't know how to play the piano. Like, I don't know how. I can say YouTube how to do it like a long time ago, but I've always wanted to play the piano. Like, that's one talent I want to do.
Yeah.
Or I can say shit, picking the winning lotto numbers, but you know that's after that. Then I won't know.
I don't know if that's a talent. Yeah, I actually, you know what? There's people that have picked them multiple times, right? People that picked the lotto a few times. That's wild. Like more than 2 times.
Yeah. Or shit, piano. I got another one. I'm like, shit, I want to be like one of them, like a talent of knowing how to pick the right stocks in the stock market type shit.
Ah,
Like,
man, yeah.
we going right here, and that should just go up.
Yeah. Man, Wall Street never sleeps. Man, that's real shit. Even though they're going through it right now, you watching this live, if you know about stocks, man, that shit is so red right now. But let's do one more, bro. Give you another shot at this. Get you another. These are all dope ass questions, by the way. So, yellow. Let's do it. 5 years into the future, what would your absolute dream life look like? 5 years from today. We're talking about shit. March the 13th, 2025.
March 13th, 2025. Friday the 13th,
Friday.
2025.
Yeah,
it's documented.
Yeah.
My dream life. I want the whole layout.
Matter
The whole
of fact,
shebang.
yeah.
Bang, bam, boom.
You can do like a whole like a general idea, or you could do like a day in the life of what would that day look like 2025, March 13th.
That day it looked like me on some Rev Run shit, but opposite of going to sleep, I'll be in the hot tub kind of midday. You feel me? Doing just, you know, sending out different emails, making sure all my businesses is running properly.
Damn. Okay,
so
all of them. So
yeah.
there's multiple businesses going on.
Yeah, everything is on the up and up. You know, the bread is good. You know, I'm a couple M's up. You know,
Okay, married, multiple children, one.
Married, got some kids. You know.
Okay.
Nah, at that point, if you got multiple businesses, they're not amps, it's bees.
Hey.
How y'all feel about this question? What would you do, and where would you go? Let's say.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give you one of these questions with
I
the
like
most recent
it.
things
Yeah.
that's going on. Let's say with this whole little, everybody know what's going on right now. I'm gonna treat it like the boogeyman. I'm not gonna say it.
I
It's
like
gonna make
that
me stronger.
because fuck me even mentioning his
Yeah.
name and fuck stop giving it so much power, y'all.
Yeah.
Fuck
So
it.
let's say if with all this let's say they cut the internet, right? They
That's
close
it.
all
My
the
life is
stores.
over.
They close all the stores that cut the internet. And they like, all right, we come to your house, you gotta do this. Like, you gotta get this shot. What are you doing?
What do you mean? Like I gotta get this shot?
As far as you gotta get this, you gotta get treated. Like you like, I'm good. What you mean? Like, how are you responding? What are you doing?
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna let them test me and shit. I mean, but that's about it. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna let them take me. We gonna have a problem at that point. They're trying to take me. But you know what's crazy? And I'm gonna say that, like, I don't like. Once again, if you live in fear or if you experience fear, fear automatically weakens your immune system. Studies have shown that your immune system gets weakened when you are afraid or have fear. So don't do that to yourself. All them beautiful quotes all y'all motherfuckers used to post before, man, look at them again and get inspired again and live by them now. They're all cute and shit, but now it's time to really live by those quotes and memes and shit that I post up. So when you have joy and when you have happiness in your life, your immune system gets boosted up. So I lost track of what the fuck I was saying.
No, you didn't. I mean, you was on point with that even right there. Like, far as people, put those quotes up, continue to shed that type of light, so that's cool.
I mean, with every negative, there's a positive, and whatever the fuck, and I'm God all the way. I'm spiritual. I believe in God. First and foremost, I wake up every morning and go to sleep every night thanking God. And I know that whatever is to come from this, it's a positive. When this shit is all over, I don't know how long it's gonna take. Nobody know how long it's gonna take, but we're gonna be a closer knit humanity. Like, we're gonna learn some fucking lessons from this shit, and we're gonna be closer as a humanity and stronger. And we're gonna learn a lot from all the mistakes the governments are already making right now. They're gonna learn some shit, and we're gonna learn some shit. Unfortunately, a lot of people are gonna have to die too, and that's a part of it. But that's the way that I'm seeing it. Is I can't wait to see the good that comes from all this.
That's solid. And I'm saying, speaking of the good, let's say you got $1 million. What's the first thing you doing? Who's to say you don't have $1 million now? But if let's say,
man, I'm telling nobody, man.
If you got the meal ticket right now, what's the first thing you're doing? Like, what are you buying?
I'm going to an island with my whole family, man.
Island, okay.
I'm going to an island with my whole family till this whole shit die out. With all the fucking necessities and all that. But honestly, like, for me, is giving my mom her dreams. Let's say that none of this shit was happening. One of her dreams is to go to the Vatican and go to Jerusalem and get to see, like, where Jesus and them, where he did all his thing. That's one of her. Like, for me, one of my dreams is to give my mom her dreams. So if I could, that's one of the first things I would do.
That's a good dream, man. That's a great dream.
Yeah, bro. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah, like her and I was saying my grandma, her mom with her to do that, because that's both of their dreams. And I'm fortunate to have all 4 of my grandparents still alive.
Yeah, that's cool.
Although, like, my dad's mom had a stroke some months ago and she can't speak no more. But still, she's alive and she's still there, and she's in El Salvador. So I want to go see her soon. Hopefully, right now they're not even taking people in. They're not allowing nobody into their country right now because of this shit. But
you can get free, not free, but cheap tickets.
Whoo, man, if you ever wanted to travel to some faraway places, this is the time. Yeah. Fucking, what was it? My little sister was telling me Bora Bora for like $57 or some shit like that. That's wild. I'm like, what? Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Because I've always wanted to go to Bora Bora, so I'm definitely hitting that up with my meal, bro.
Okay.
What about you with your first meal when you hit this, man?
Man, the first meal, I gotta duck off like half of it. I gotta put half of it up, and then
investments.
Yeah, definitely. And man, the other, I'll still get, I'll budget everything else, but I gotta invest most of it put some up, but I still got to take a trip somewhere. I would take a trip to.
Yeah, where would you take a trip?
Shit, this year I wanted to take a trip to Africa. I was deciding on. I wanted to go to Ethiopia.
I always want to go to Africa too, but I want like first thing I would go was the pyramids in Giza.
Yeah.
Man.
So that's where I want to go. But instead of me budgeting the trip, I'll be like, yeah, first class, 7-star hotel. Just
15 of my friends and family.
15 of my friends, 12 of my finest hoes. I'm fucking around. But
hey, I hope your girl not watching this.
I'm just messing around. But that's something I would do. Just everything would be just top of the line. You feel me? Not to say it can't be that now, but you got a meal ticket. It's just gonna be a different experience.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, they say that freedom is the ability to do what you want, when you want, with the people that you want, at the level that you want.
Right.
That's true freedom. So, as we strive for that, man, and when we're able to imagine that shit, you just said it right there. Why hold back? Let all that shit go, and you still gonna have a lot of change left. So,
yeah, real.
It's fucking dope, bro. That's cool as fuck. So, well, I mean, is there anything else? I mean, we got the whole night, bro.
Word, damn, shit, man. What y'all working on music or anything? Like, what's going on? Y'all got the studio?
Yeah.
Like, y'all produce? Do y'all play any instruments or anything? Y'all produce? I know y'all rap, or at least you rap.
Yeah, I've been on pause because I started a digital marketing agency.
Okay.
So now I do digital marketing for small businesses and for coaches, personal development coaches.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really been my main focus. I haven't created any music in over a year now, which feels weird because it's the longest that I haven't done music for since I was 14.
Yeah, wow.
And it's like, oh shit, but definitely this year I want to get back on and inspire some people with some bars. My music's always been like putting inspirational bars together for people to feed off. So that shit. I know Envy, man. I know you've been working on the gang of shit in here.
Yeah.
Tell us what's the us with Envy Records right now.
Oh shit! If you want to
artist, man.
Yeah.
It's the record.
We'll work on something right now, right after this interview. Shit, if you want to work on something, we'll do something.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, that's my guy. Man, I've known him since about like 2012.
Oh yeah. Or maybe a little earlier than that.
Probably like 2011.
Yeah.
Y'all been rocking with each other ever since?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool, man.
took some breaks here and there, some breakups. Nah, not no breakups, but just some breaks. And then we find each other back because he's a business, and I'm a business, and we obviously like I can bring help to what he does. He can bring help to my passions of making music and shit like that. So it's a beautiful mutual relationship with us.
Mm-hmm.
We've never had any type of problem or fight or anything like that. Fortunately, you don't find those often because the music industry is cutthroat, man. That shit is so fucking cutthroat, and motherfuckers is always about themselves.
Yeah.
The majority of the time, So when you find somebody that's really not just about themselves and has genuine interest in your career and your shit, it's like take advantage of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we've been good about that so far.
Yeah. How did you end up getting into the whole digital marketing thing?
Bro, I will not bullshit you, man. One time I got this newsletter on my fucking email. And this dude, his name is Ty Lopez. I don't know if you heard of Ty Lopez, but he sent a newsletter and he was like, "Oh, you could help small businesses by putting them on Facebook," and I was like, "Man, this shit sounds like something I could do." Like, okay, so I clicked the link. He had this whole presentation. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this shit. That course, it was a course, $1,000 course. I was like, fuck it, put that shit on the credit card.
Mm-hmm.
I got that shit, and it just blew my mind. And ever since, that was 2017. And ever since that, I was like, I just been learning and and learning, and now I'm meeting other people that also teach it, and other students, and networking, and now January 2nd was the last day that I had a 9 to 5. I quit it to go all into my business. So now that's all I do.
Yeah, congrats.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
It was a ballsy move because my job was secure, obviously benefits and fucking a paycheck every 2 weeks. But I don't want to live my life at a cubicle, putting in 40 hours for somebody else's dream. You know, I'd rather put in those 40 hours for my dream. And since I already felt competent enough, like to go out and make business and help businesses, so fuck it. It's a risk, but nothing is ever made without risk.
Right, real shit.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck it, bro. Fuck it, now I flipped the script and now he's interviewing me. Y'all see that shit? I love that shit. But that's what we do,
So,
man.
one more time, man. Mention all your platforms and everything, and so we could start recording.
Okay, cool. You can check me out at Lavell Streets. That's L-A-V as in Victor, E-L-L Streets, like the pavement, S-T-R-E-E-T-S. You put an @ sign in front of that. I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, LinkedIn, all that good stuff, Facebook. And if you remove that @ sign and put a .com after Lavell Streets, that's my website where you can find all my content there. YouTube, everything's the same, / Lavell Streets. SoundCloud, iTunes, Apple Music. I mean, just wherever you can find music, I'm on that thing, man. So
that's fine. You got the aggregator, yo. And this is your guy 953. You could at me at 953 results on Instagram and follow me. I'll follow you back. Thank you.